Michael, it's your time for your do you know question of this week's topic. Kevin hurt himself.
All right, well, I'm just going to say this, and you're going to think it's stupid.
Okay, this is the one you prepared me for.
And I don't know if we already talked about the one thing, but I'm just going to go for it, so.
Well, we have 2 guests for the first time ever, so new aspects.
Do you know,
Oh, no.
and should you know,
Well, if we
how
remember.
a plumbus is made?
What did you just say? I don't even know what you said.
What the fuck's a plumbus?
No, never mind. That's
Take
not
the flebe.
I
What?
showed my whole family. This has
Really?
But never mind. We're going to.
Is that from a show that I haven't
Yeah,
seen?
Rick and Morty.
Okay.
What in the
Plumbus.
fuck's a plumbus? Is it a plunger for your anus?
It's a household item, you know?
Yeah.
That's a normal asshole.
I gotta get on the Rick and Morty grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Seriously.
Me and Kevin will
Holy
just have to
shit.
marathon it
All right,
together.
do you know and should you know how to drive a manual car?
Manual car.
Interesting.
No.
Now, does anyone here at the table know how to?
I get the idea, but I've never driven one.
So no one?
But I know the
In theory.
like I know yeah.
So
So
I-
I think if I jumped into one, I would have no idea.
Yeah,
like,
no,
what
it'd be
I'm
rough.
actually
So I'm the
doing.
only one that's driven it on a public road before.
I've driven it on a public road, not well, but
Was it your brother's car?
no, it was my dad's.
So you driven on a public road? Like how
Yeah.
far? How many miles were you talking
I
about?
drove about half a mile and I just stalled out, and a cop came up to us,
Bro,
and my dad just drove it the rest
your
of the way
experience
back.
has to be horrible because there's no way.
I had to drive it, and I have a very strong stance on the
car?
matter. My mom's fiance's old Nissan Pathfinder. Now it wasn't a stick like everyone thinks
why the
about.
fuck?
It was a giant like truck stick. So I'm talking audio podcast listeners,
Okay.
like a 2 foot long stick shift, right? Now my car was
Why was that?
Did you ever see
Like
people
that,
in like
though.
Jeeps with that?
No, I know, but like,
No.
why was that?
Yeah, it's
like
a weird
why was
model,
no because
yeah.
it was old as shit. It was like a 1990 car. So my car went in the shop for a while, right? So I need to get to my community college, which was right around the corner, and it was only for a few days. But I've never been more terrified in a vehicle than me driving a stick shift car because
Wait, how many times did you hear?
So my background, I worked at a gas station and became a mechanic, right? So he taught me how to learn stick, and I was able.
okay.
My long time thing was I could move stick, I can't drive stick. Moving a stick, kicking
Yeah,
a
you
car
just
into
back
first
it out
gear,
and fucking- Yeah.
not much to it. You turn the car on with your foot on the brake and on neutral. You shift into first. Driving in first, there's nothing really to it, right? You give it a little clutch, you
Yeah.
give it a little gas. Anyone could teach that, but driving on the road in like traffic is a totally different beast.
Yeah, because when somebody slams on the brakes in front of you,
Which is like almost a misconception because you could still slam on the brakes even if you're in fourth gear and you're not going to stall out, but you're going to like
well,
that
yeah, fucks up
stereotypical.
all the gears.
And if exactly you grind the gears, which happens on a car. So I had to do this and I knew how to move it, but I had to drive it for a few days around town. And I never went more than I think like 15 minutes, but dude, I was fucking scared. Like because the thing is when you're sitting at like a red light, right? So no one's ever driven stick, right?
I have.
Okay, very little.
Poorly.
But you're sitting at a red light and you're in neutral.
I know about the roll,
Yeah.
and that's frightening.
So while you're shifting into first gear, you have to let off the brake a little bit and go into first. So you do.
Yeah.
When you're in the car, it feels like you're rolling back. Now, obviously, it's probably just like a few inches, but still, like people
if
would.
you're on a good enough hill, you actually are. Like,
No.
Like if you don't go, you're gonna hit somebody behind you.
That's why I was never scared for myself. I was scared for everyone else because I would shift and I'd be like, this motherfucker's so fucking close to me. I'm going to shift and I'm just going to roll back enough. So I would like floor it in first gear.
Actually, I have a story like that to where we were in Greece and we rented a car and it was a manual. And my dad was driving and we're going up to this monastery on top of this fucking mountain, and it's like a winding road on top of this it's a winding road on top of this mountain, and it's like it's a dirt road. It's like the fucking road's tiny as shit, right? So we're going up. We're almost to the very top. My dad goes to shift, and
It doesn't.
does the whole thing to shift, and then we like roll back for a second,
So he locked it in neutral. It didn't
And-
connect, I guess. Yeah.
Well, no, it was like because it was a really steep hill,
was so
like it
high.
was gonna happen regardless. But like my fucking grandmother freaked the fuck out because she thought we were going down off the mountain.
Now, was this the same grandma that has the story behind it that I could tell a sidebar? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've told it yet on the podcast
I don't
before.
know.
I'm not sure, but I'm going to say it again just because we're talking about cars. Me and Michael were going to our friend's house, and Michael's grandmother, formerly known as Yaya. What is her full name? I couldn't tell you what her full name is.
Cleopatra.
Really?
Yeah.
How the fuck did you never tell me that? That is awesome. Why do we call her Yaya? Is that just like Greek for grandma, I guess?
Yeah, it's
Like,
like
I
it's
say
like
nanny
mom.
or mom. Okay.
Like papu.
That's fucking. Oh, that's so good. But anyway, Yaya was taking us to our friend's house, and Yaya didn't really know what speed bumps were, I guess, at the time.
I just didn't think she saw it.
Yeah, all right. So maybe she did. But me and Mike were in the back, and Mike's older brother was riding shotgun with her, and she hit the speed bump at probably 40 miles an hour. But 40 miles an hour is enough to
40
catch.
miles per hour hitting a speed bump is a lot.
It's enough to take some air. And I just remember Mike, we went airborne. She started like screaming, and Mike's brother just started screaming at her, and she had no idea what was going on. I'll never forget that till the day I die.
Yeah, and the thing is, it was like really close to the person's house that we were going to. So like once we finally stopped, we were just like, all right, see ya. And my brother was going to his friend's house. So we were just like, all right, like have a good time.
Bye. So this is like, you talk about genius. So no one knows here how to do it besides me. I guess like this is what I always think about because I like to travel, and if I'm gonna do probably 98% of my travel in my life, at least to other countries, it's probably only going to be with my girlfriend.
Well,
I would imagine.
It's also more popular in other countries. The manual cars.
Well, that's what I'm getting to. But I was like, I would love to do it with like traveling into another country with you guys would be like the best experience,
Yeah, it would
right?
be
Like
awesome.
with all your friends and stuff. Odds are that's probably
is one of your favorite movies, right?
that and your road trip. I love those movies, but it's like realistically, it's not going to happen for most of us. Like us visiting other countries with our friends, it's only really going to happen with your significant other for the most part. But it's like I'm thinking of the should you know part, and it's like manual for Americans. To me, since I'm a big traveler guy, it's like I wish I almost didn't know because all 5 of us go right now. We're going to Europe tomorrow. Well, who's the asshole that's going to get stuck driving the car now and has all the pressure on them in another country to rent that and drive that car? It's me. So it's like, as an American, should we know how to drive these things?
That's a very like specific situation.
But I feel like that's the only situation. Like nowadays,
Well, I only put like because we kind of changed the D, no should you know, but like the only reason I put that in there is because I wanted to bring it to. Because I don't think as Americans we should know it anymore because it's going to be obsolete very soon.
It's like, what's the point of
unless
having
you're
it?
buying these old ass cars because they're not making manual cars
No.
anymore.
Well, this is the thing,
They're
too.
Very rarely making them.
that's the other point I need to make too. Fuck manual. It is. We don't. This ruins the moment if everyone leans back. I don't feel as
Exactly.
powerful, and Mike just can totally
This is after
emasculate.
hours. We're grabbing the mic. We're leaning back.
It feels good, right? You feel a little more
I'm button
power-
a button.
If I had a button, I had a button.
But dude, in manual, you gain so much more
No,
speed.
this
And
is
you
the thing.
save
Now I'm
gas.
up. Now I'm up because this is the thing. Manual is so fucking dumb. Why do you want to work at your car? Just let it fucking. I'm getting from point A to point B.
Yeah, but there's something.
Yeah.
There's got to be something about slapping it into fucking second to fourth,
Okay, listen.
and like there's
No.
got because there's always like because I've seen that before, and it's just like God, I want to. do
There's a
something.
distinct memory of me leaving, I think, Fast 5 in theaters. And my car has that, the bullshit automatic manual.
I did that
Right?
recently too.
Slap shift.
So I'm like, so I leave Fast 5. I'm like, we're going to put this bitch in the manual. My automatic Chevy Cruze with a 1.4 cylinder fucking car. So I fucking just ran, and I think I'm going fast. I'm not doing anything. Like, I get it feels cool, but I feel like as a person, like my brother, who loves Mustang, he's had 3 Mustangs and a Camaro in the past 2 years, right? 3 of them were manual. I get it when you have a nice car, right? I guess it's part of like that whole persona. But to me, that's not worth it. The times that it's worth it to be cool with your car instead of what does everyone use it for, your everyday driving and commuting? How is that worth it?
Yeah.
The only way it could be worth it is if that was my weekend car, you know?
It also has to do with people that grew up with it, though. That's the only difference. Is like people that grew up doing it, like they just have that need to.
I
Like,
guess there's probably
that
people
need
that
for
don't even
speed.
think about it when they do it.
yeah.
I guess
for
No,
us,
it's literally
we're
by like
yeah.
people don't even look at gauges; they just by sound.
For
and
us,
they
it's
know what
it's
shit.
it's relatively foreign, so it feels like it seems like a hassle. But for somebody that has been doing it for years,
I can understand that, but why not just not have to do anything?
But if they started that way, then they don't really.
There's truck drivers that have they have 2 fucking shift knobs.
For what?
It's like, yeah, all right. Like think about like a mountain bike, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember how it would
gears?
have like a 1, 2, 3 on one side, so that was like the bigger gear, and then it would
Smallers.
have like the smaller ones on that side. That's basically what it is. So like
In a
you'd-
truck?
I
Yeah,
still
you'd
never
go-
understood that though.
No.
You'd go through 6 gears, and then you'd have to like reach your arm through the steering wheel to keep the steering wheel straight, and then shift to the next one, and then go through another 6 gears, and then do it again to get up to the next.
If I was
6
betting money and you told me that, I would call you a fucking liar to your face because there's no way that seems street legal.
It's
That-
a real thing.
That's fucking stupid. Like how is everything not? They also get an easy pass too because it's like usually a manual car, if you can get it, is like almost $2,000 to $3,000 cheaper for a fucking transmission because of a
Cool.
manual transmission.
There you go. There's a little incentive.
But
Yeah.
But they're hardly making them anymore.
Yeah.
They don't like people like are pissed because they want like these like new muscle cars and like nice cars to be fucking manuals because that's what they want. But then again, like that's not what most of the population
No.
wants. So
I'm gonna go ahead and say I do know how to drive. I'd be that fuckboy that would have to, but I don't believe Americans should
That
know because I
fuckboy.
want to weed those out. I want to weed them people out.
well, I
Get
also
rid-
just
get
want
rid-
to bring that to autonomous cars.
I'm not on
Yeah.
board with that.
No,
What?
Autonomous cars.
Self-driving cars.
Yeah.
It's because in that situation, you'd either have to. Everyone would have to have an autonomous car, or
Or it
there's
wouldn't
none.
work.
It's all or nothing because
Yeah.
you can't
That's
you can't
true.
have some people not driving and then some asshole riding up right behind them, riding their ass and like.
Because
yelling
what's
at
gonna
them.
happen is
It's not
I
gonna
know how
work.
to identify a self-driving car, so I'm gonna purposely fuck with that self-driving car because this is fucking crazy assholes on the road all the time. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying that's.
You
That's
just
why I
said
like-
you were gonna do
You
that.
literally
Yeah,
just
you
said it.
literally
Oh, I
just
like that.
said.
I'm a little drunk.
I know how to identify these people. I'm gonna fuck with
No,
them.
I was just saying. I know that people are going to do that, but like I never thought of that till just now. But I feel like that's so true. It's got to be all or nothing. Because how the fuck are you going to make highways where some people are just in?
I just
Locked
don't
out
understand how
mode.
they're ever gonna work because I remember like the Google car,
Mhm.
some shit. It was like a fly flew into the fucking like the main sensor of it, and it just stopped dead short.
I never
because it
heard that
thought
before.
It had like an object in front of
Yeah.
it, but it was just a fly that hit the sensor.
I feel like they'll figure that stuff out
But I-
eventually.
Yeah.
I
Like
feel like-
it'll advance.
I feel like that's the only way it would actually work is if it was all or nothing.
Yeah.
Because then they have them all synced up, and then you have a traffic flow moving at
That's
a
why-
solid
they would never
85,
be
and you
traffic
would,
again. That's like the
Yeah.
thing that it would fight for. Like, there's gonna be people that want it because people love driving cars. There are people that love driving.
That's never
cars,
going to stop. Yeah.
But like, that's the main thing. Like, there would never be traffic.
No, I think that's
ever.
pretty easy. I mean, you just make extra high.
'Cause
I
they-
feel like we're within 20 years where they'll just make like a higher highway or something above, and
Yeah,
that,
but
that's
they
the
were-
self-driving car lane.
You wouldn't even need traffic lights if everybody had autonomous cars. You would literally be able to like just. It would just be all right. A grid of cars going this way, right?
And they know
And
when to
you
go
would
between.
just, no, like it would just be nonstop. Like it would basically be all these cars like pretty much talking to each other, right?
That's what's,
And it would just be nonstop, just driving
But it's-
through.
but I feel like that's the sci-fi future because the real part is that none of the car brands are going to want to work together because once one car company has a self-autonomous car, the next one is.
Well, yeah, there's
So it's like,
there's
they're not gonna let
be-
them sync
there's
up.
not gonna be any more like, oh, we have more horsepower or anything like.
We have better technology and shit like that.
But it's
That's why I feel like the focus should be more on like what Tesla's looking at, and everyone getting on these, these
Well,
cars
there's-
that aren't consuming a shit ton of
fuel.
But the thing is too, like those cars, a lot of there's I think Tesla hired them or one of the companies because the guy figured out how to hack them. It's like he fucking hacked somebody's electric car
Yeah.
and took control of it. So it's like that's a fucking other real scare where someone hacks your autonomous car and you're fucking going off the rails. So I don't know.
Well, also the
Like-
fact of like, wait, go ahead.
They can do that with like just any car that can like hook up to like
Bluetooth or internet.
I mean, there's so many
That's
cars
possible.
with so
And
much
what
tech
they
in them
can
now.
go once they get in there.
like screw
what
with
they-
like your power steering and stuff.
like even the smallest thing in a car could easily end your life.
Well, also
Yeah.
just think about how much that would change like car insurance though, because that wouldn't work.
That's why earlier this episode I said the fear of dying. What the fuck is 20 years from now going to look like? 10 years ago, we didn't have smartphones, or we just got smartphones. 20 years from now, we're in our 50s.
We can back up our brains on the cloud.
Did you say 20
Not that
years
far.
from now?
20 years from now, you're going to be 43.
I'm gonna be in
People were
my
already
50s.
talking about-
53.
Whoa,
Shit.
slow down.
30, yeah.
People were already talking about downloading people's consciousness
Mm.
on the fucking like hard drive.
I like that because we're going to end the Foreplay podcast here because my topics,
No,
we're shooting
'cause you
these.
gotta pee.
We're shooting these back to back. That too. I'm not fucking lying. We all gotta pee. But we're gonna save some of that for my next show, which is gonna go up 2 weeks from now. Spoiler alert: we're shooting these back to back. We're not gonna change. We're not doing nothing. But thank you guys for watching thus far.
Sorry.
Christian just flipped his cap. We're having 2 guests again on the first time ever. Please subscribe to our channel at youtube.com/4playvideo and then go into the description of all of our videos. Like and follow all of our social media pages. We very much appreciate it. We're at 69 subscribers. That's everyone's favorite number. I want to get to 100. Let's get there.
69?
Yeah, 69 today.
69.
Great number.
I thought we were still in the 30s.
No, we've moved up quite a little bit.
Quite a little bit.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll be right back with some more.
Oh boy.
Thank you guys for watching or listening.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/4playvideo.
If you like what we're doing, make sure to smash that like button.
Be sure to share all our videos with your friends so we could continue to grow. And we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.